Hey everyone, it's Nevin SF. Thanks for joining the channel. As you guys know, this is a lifestyle vlog and I am about to talk about my life because I am going to share that I have decided to sell the condo. And in this video, I am going to list 9 things that I'm mentally preparing for or have started in the process. And I want to pass it on to you to help you out if you are a first-time seller like myself. But in this video, I want to talk about shifting my mindset and getting me into the seller mode because I was a buyer previously. So just a little bit about my story. I've been in this condo for about 3 years. I live in Telegraph Hill, really great area. I do have about 4 groups of friends that are currently in the process of either moving, searching for a house, or have recently bought one. I typically don't go with the crowd, but I did think about like my situation, and with this whole pandemic with COVID-19, I just realized life is super short and that you just never know what happens the next day. So I want to get myself to the best expression of myself and to live the best life I possibly can. And I do want to live in a bigger space because I haven't been really able to host a lot of people here. It's about 500 square feet, a little bit less than that. A really tight, small space. I love it. I love being a minimalist and having a small space, but I think I'm ready to take the next leap forward in my life. I also decided that I do want to try living in a new area of San Francisco just because I've never lived in the Castro district, and so that's going to be my next goal. So as mentioned, I wrote down 9 things that I am going to be working on and have been working on to get me to my goal of moving to a new space and selling this condo. So the first step was just telling people about it. I am a big believer in manifestation and putting it out into the world and universe, and things will come your way before you know it. And so I've been able to tell my friends about my dreams, and they're so supportive, and so that is my first step that I did. The next step is to find a real estate partner that works for you. As you heard, I said partner, not agent, and that's because I really think between the two of you, you need to work well together. My previous real estate agent decided to go into real estate investments, and so therefore he's not currently representing sellers or buyers. So I did reach out to a personal friend of mine who is in real estate. I think he'll be a great match for me because you need to have someone who is okay with you telling him or her, I don't really know what I'm doing, or hey, I don't really feel good about this, and you need that open dialogue. So I would identify a real estate partner, someone that you could trust and work with and could go at your pace. The next thing I need to figure out was what happens when I sell but I still live here. And when I was a buyer, I would always visit these open houses or these tours. The person wasn't living there. And so it was completely staged. It was completely open to ideas of the buyer. But this time, this condo has everything about me. I was wondering about staging. What does that look like when I live here? Do I need to start cleaning things up now? So I found out from my realtor that I can actually sell and potentially be a tenant here and pay rent to the new owner, which I didn't even know. Because I manifested and told everyone, I do have friends who say, why don't you live with me during the transition? It could be challenging to sell when your personal items are here. That is something that I'm going to be researching on, like what kind of strategies there may be. But if you have any, please leave it in the comments below for that, for staging and currently living in this space. The next thing I've been reading about is that you have to get organized. So all the documentations, all your paperwork, make sure you have all your receipts in line, your property tax payments, maybe some HOA documentation. I think buyers want to know what's going on with the HOA, and anything that you could provide, you should definitely pass on. I'm going to start getting organized with my finances, make sure I have all my documents in a row. I'm going to create some spreadsheets to stay highly organized, really track everything I need, and I'll be happy to share that once I kind of get organized. So in this website that I've been reading about how to sell in San Francisco, one of the items was to being upfront about your home. If there's anything that maybe had repairs on, or if you know something is damaged, it's better to be upfront and make sure the buyer has no surprises and that you are completely disclosing everything. My examples are my freaking cat, Mila. She's super cute, but she had a tendency of using the litter box and scratching the bathroom wall. And so she kind of ruined it a little bit. I do need to fix that and figure out how to repair that in time. I don't think that's a major repair, but if there's something, a couple of things like my dishwasher needed repair at one point, my refrigerator needed repair, and I think those are things that you would probably want to disclose before selling them. The next thing I'm focusing on is figuring out price points. So my realtor, he obviously will be doing his research, but I've been looking on Zillow.com because I've been looking at what prices are available for the sellers, for myself in the new district, but I now get a visual of what's selling around my neighborhood. So it's been really easy to text him or send him some comps that are available at the moment. Amazingly, my neighbor, who's like 2 floors above me, is selling. He or she has the same square footage as I do. And so it was a really great price to send to him. And so I would recommend starting doing your pricing now and figuring out what you can afford. And just remember, just because you can't afford it doesn't mean you necessarily have to move in there. I really believe in living below your means, which has been really helpful for me, and not to be housebroke. My battery had died, so I'm back. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna talk about is hidden prices. So there's a list on this website that I'm gonna put below, but just basically all the things we probably forget that we have to pay for eventually. Some of it could include real estate commission, well that's a given. Move out fees, this condo HOA does charge if you do use movers. Pre-sale inspection, not infection. Documents that needs to be prepared for the deed. Just lots of different things that you just want to kind of make sure you cover and have enough money. I know that there are some commissions that are going to have to be paid. I'm going to have to work with a broker again. There are some things that I have to start thinking about. The HOA does charge you a fee to move, and there are days when you could only move. I'm going to have to pay for moving service. I'm going to have to pay for staging. I'm gonna have to figure all of that out. Maybe there are some liens or deeds, you know, that's what I've been reading about. Just kind of making sure that you cover everything from hidden fees perspective. And finally, the next thing that I need to work on is back to Frugal Living. Hulu, goodbye. I already canceled that. I have until August 16th to watch everything I want from there. But it's kind of fun to be frugal. I was frugal during my journey of buying no cable at the time. I'm gonna keep cable this time because we're quarantining, right? I mean, don't want to go crazy. However, I can cut back on quite a few things. You read about what are the top 3 most expensive things in your life, and that could be your housing, your car, and then your food. And out of those 3, the food part is what I could control the most. So I am going to be cooking a lot more at home. I'm going to be really careful about what I spend money on. I am excited for that journey, but that is something that you need to start thinking about if you're selling, is how do you generate more income, whether that's picking up a side hustle, which I may start doing with Uber Eats. You have to cut back on your expenses. So it started with Hulu. I'm gonna cut back on eating out and ordering in. I'm gonna challenge myself each and every month. All right, everyone, those are my 9 ideas to start the process of selling and moving your mentality into the right space. I'm excited for this journey. Hopefully I'll be in a new home within a year or so. Until next time, be sure to hit the like button and comment, and I hope you subscribe for future videos. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.